But this female voice talked to me as loud as mine is now for about 5 hours about the nature of reality. And it was hilarious. I mean, my legs were in the air a couple of times. It was just painful. It was so funny because it was just laying out what a bloody illusion we live in and how funny it is that we take it seriously. But the first thing that virtually that this voice said, first of all, it said, we're going to take you to where you come from so you can understand where you are. And that's how it started. And the next line said, all you really need to know is infinite love is the only truth. Everything else is illusion. There's another great line in there which said, if it vibrates, it's illusion. And with the passage of the years since then, I've understood just how profound that is. Because one of the places I went to in this altered state of consciousness was still and silent. And people think that still and silent means nothing. It's silent, so there's nothing. It's still, so there's nothing happening. But in that stillness, which is at the very core of our being, we operate on all these multiple levels, but the core of our being is stillness and silence. Because within the silence, everything exists. We think that things are happening because we're talking, and therefore, yes, something's happening, I can hear a noise. But that's just one possibility pulled out of the silent all possibility. And when I stop talking, it goes back into the silent all possibility. It's the silence and the stillness where everything is. And when I experienced that, it was infinite love on a level that we can't even understand what love is. We think, we've got various perceptions of love. I mean, it's almost not, the words are almost so devalued. So we call it infinite love and all this stuff. Within this hacked, imbalanced, manipulated reality, we have not developed the language to describe, not the words have great limitations anyway, but the language to describe some of these concepts because we haven't experienced them. But when you experience them, it's very difficult to find words to describe them. But it is infinite love, that's it. And what happens is possibilities, different possibilities, manifest out of the all possibility. And we call them worlds, we call them dimensions, we call them realities. And all these realities vibrate because one of the prime creating forces of them is sound. And so they vibrate to different frequencies. But they're manifestations, they are the imagination made manifest of all possibility. They are creations. The core is stillness and silence. That is the infinite love that I talk about. And so that explains two things. First of all, infinite love is the only truth. The existence of one infinite awareness is the only truth. Everything else is illusion, these illusory realities that we decode into physical when they're not. And it also explains the other line, if it vibrates, it's illusion. And whatever happens in the world of vibration, whether we like it or whether we don't like it, whether we love doing it or we'd rather it not be happening, it's just an illusory experience. It's just a dream. And once you realize the dreamer is the dream, you realize that you can manifest your own reality by dreaming another dream. And when everything else is over, no matter what's happened in the world of illusory, vibrating dream, you're still what you always were and what you always will be, silent, still, all that is, all possibility. And we think we're Ethel Jones and Charlie Smith. Are you bloody kidding?
Remember who you are. Remember who you are. Because what I'm saying, what other people are saying, is nothing that everyone listening anywhere doesn't already know. We've just forgotten because we're in an amnesic state. Remember who you are. The world will be transformed.
Where we always be told, or is it just a manifestation of some kind of concentration of energy, or maybe an alienation? I've been told if you slow down reality that you can see past its illusions and its insanities. I don't know, but I tried 1,000,000 times and I can't seem to see past 1,000,000 tragedies and lies. Overwhelmed and abused, a world that's came to its knees and been kicked and disused. On a trail to despair, we've taken the road to happiness, but we're still not there. So where do we go when we die? A release of energy that suddenly capsizes. And overwhelming is the ending and separation of all the things that we've been pretending. Well, we go, we lay there. Well, we go, we lay there. Then you're hovering over. You don't realize you died and that it's game over. You see him standing around the flashing lights, but you can't figure out and seem to place a reason why. Then the convergence of energy, everything that happens suddenly, and every in the family, the members is crying, everything is dying, and everything comes to light, and everything is suddenly abiding. All I know is it happened to me. A convergence of time in the stratosphere, G. Don't think that I'm pretending, cause in the end all this space and time shit, it goes on for never ending. So where do we go when we die? A release of energy that suddenly capsizes. And overwhelming is the ending and separation of all the things that we've been pretending. Well,